Welcome to Celebrity Home Shopping. I'm your host, Samir. On today's episode, we're taking a look inside the Weeknd's recently bought Bel Air, California home. Let's take a look inside. Here's what we like about this house. We like the land. You pretty much live in the middle of LA but have no neighbors. It doesn't get much better than that. We love that there's no fountain or anything else in the middle of the driveway. In this room, we love that it looks like the home has central vacuuming. We love the location of the outlets. We love this light vibe under the stairs. And we love that it has a stuff table. I'm always losing my keys, wallet, and AirPods, so a stuffed table is a perfect place to put them, even though I'll probably still end up losing them anyways. We like the covered ceilings. We love the maximum chill vibes of this living room. We like the covered ceilings in here as well. There's my lump spot right there. In the dining room, we like that there's nothing over the fireplace. People always feel compelled to put something over the fireplace, but what if they didn't? In the kitchen, we love the massive double islands. We love the panini press over there on the left. This is the kind of dedication to paninis the homies are looking for. We love that there's a solid 4 BMS in here. And we love that they're all drawers instead of cabinets. Drawers are more tall king friendly, which as short kings, we need to be accommodating sometimes. Drawers instead of cabinets also means you can spend your bending over energy on other more enjoyable late night events. We also like the indoor pool. Indoor pools usually look like they smell like a middle school locker room, but this one looks okay. We like that this stone, and this stone all match with the same design. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire home were based on someone having these 4 stones and nowhere to put them. Obviously, the wow factor, the selling point of this home is the maximum chill backyard oasis. When the previous owners bought this home a few years ago, it was only 18,000 square feet and the backyard looked like this. And they added another 15,000 square feet, mostly underground, to turn it into this oasis. You did a good job, previous homeowners. Let's look at the amenities. There's a tennis court. We love these stairs. This feels very Melrose Place. Obviously, this huge pool, this bar area, there's a fireplace, and there's another cool chill zone over here. But the best thing about this backyard are the gutters. Here's another one of them. To look at these gutters, we're going to do some technology we've never had on this show, which is called zooming in. Here it is a little bit closer, and here's this one. Where does the water go? If you invented this, I want to meet you so I can give you a hug. This is all we've ever wanted. You could save your tears for another home's bad gutters because this home's gutters are amazing. Finally, we love the backyard vibe overall. Here's what we hate about this house. We hate all these front balconies. This feels very New Orleans-y, but there's nothing to look at in the front of this home. I know you're saying we love trees and you could look at them, but just because you love something doesn't mean that you need to look at it for more than a minute. We hate that this light reminds us of s'mores, and these sconces remind us of chocolate cannolis. A good rule of thumb is to never remind me of a dessert unless you plan on feeding me said dessert. In the living room, we hate how sticky these couches look like they feel. Not very naked lumping friendly. In the kitchen, we hate how many floor mats they've put down. This amount is deranged, unhinged, and it broke my brain. Was Costco having a sale? If Costco has a sale this good next time, let the homies know too, please. We hate that this multi-level thing looks like we're at a Pier 1 Imports. We hate the track lighting, and we hate that the handles are leather latches. This is honestly going to be really embarrassing for the weekend, and it hurts my heart to think about it. In the dining room, we hate that there's also track lighting in here. We hate the chandelier. We hate that whatever these are remind us of a chopped off piece of an octopus tentacle. And we hate that there are 2 tables instead of one long one. Are we at a restaurant here where we ask the waiter to join these 2 tables together to eat? Oh look, there's some perfectly normal non-leather drawer handles over here. So you know the previous owners knew what they were and made a choice not to use them in the kitchen, which makes those leather drawer handles hurt even more. In the backyard, we hate that this area and this area weren't just made to be part of the balcony. All they have is this little dinky space over here. We hate how dangerous these doors look when open like this. We hate that this palm tree is in the middle of a view. We hate that the steps in the pool are in the middle of it and ruin the flow of it. And I hate to say it, but this is technically just a really expensive above ground pool. We hate that there are no solar panels on the roof. And finally, we hate this gutter. I take back everything I said earlier about the gutters. They were doing such an amazing job and they ruined it. This home ranked 4.5 out of 5 on the Homies home ranking scale. As always, welcome to the Stats After Show, where we take a deeper dive into the stats. Gave this home a pretty high ranking because it's pretty awesome, but not quite 5 stars because there weren't a lot of pictures of it. I can maybe do an updated episode if we get more photos. As we mentioned during the episode, the previous owners bought this home a few years ago and added like 15,000 square feet of it to make it what it is today. To compare what it used to look like to what it looks like now, that's what it looked like back then. Here's the side of it, which is this side space. Here's the front. Here's the old kitchen. That looks like this now. Here's the old living room. That looks like this. The old dining room. That now looks like this. And this room. That now looks like this. Back to the stats. The price per square foot is pretty reasonable. Stallone's house that we reviewed last week on the show in Beverly Hills was on the market at over $7,000 a square foot, which means it would be listed at over $200 million if it were this big. Also, more about the previous owners. They bought it for $21.4 million back in 2015. It wasn't even on the market, but the people at Williams & Williams convinced them to sell it, which means they must be pretty good brokers. There's a music studio in here, which makes me wonder if he could write off some of this as a tax write-off for his business. Also, I'm assuming at this price, most of the furniture is coming with it. See you all next episode. A special thank you to all of our Patreon Iced Coffee supporters. That's patreon.com/Samir. With your support, I can be a winner and a loser every day and spend $5 on my iced coffee. So thank you. And a super special thank you to our Patreon Plus supporters. That's Spencer, Zachary, Melissa, CJ, Dan, Teddy, Megan, Lauren, Henry, Gretchen, and Emmy. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to our official Patreon producers. And I'm going to do everyone that starts with an A. So thank you, Allison, Angelina, Amy, Adrian, Amanda, Allison. We've got a lot of Allisons and Amandas. Abigail. And that's it. Thank you so much. Picture this. You say to yourself, wow, I wish Samir had merch. So you go to MaximumChill.co in your browser and OMG, there's merch there. A vibe can finally be yours, amongst other things. So you add it to your cart and you check out. Thanks.